It feels like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug's history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Here's the and he pumps it up inside the 20. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Michigan! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. The Golden Gophers offense will take the field first, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Dropping back, it's Lugo. Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Lugo. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He gets a block. Touchdown, Michigan! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw. Now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it. You can tell does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds a crease at the 20. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Golden Gophers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to throw. It's Lugo. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. You've got it. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess... to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Oh, a lot of space. He smashes his way through again. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
from inside the 10. Here he comes. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Lugo. And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Runs through a tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And this young signal caller is playing well beyond his years. He's guided this offense with precision. And touchdown, Michigan! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Gives it on the option. Creates a little room. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Lugo. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job, Buck.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And we've going for it all. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Can't get him to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. This freshman behind center has certainly lived up to billing so far. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice...
There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this up.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Lugo. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The give is to Williams. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
The sure hands, it's Jones. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys as here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? The passing game absolutely firing on him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. It's complete to the right, and they swarm him under. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it.
Got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executing. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give is to Williams. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back, and he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Breaks into the open. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Now on the return. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Snags it quickly on the left. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And the Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now on the move. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they will go so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented in Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to cast Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. The Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He's got an open man. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the tailback. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll return it from around the 50. He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Michigan offense. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have in the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And after your defense just went... and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more. You really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his target down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind.
Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Right on target this time. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Pressure coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He makes the catch. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Looking to fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the ground game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets open down the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And we talked about this guy from the beginning, and so far he has not disappointed behind center. And the QB has more than had his way just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Brees, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Here's the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception. They force the...
And down he goes back at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for space, it's Kramer. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And this young signal caller is playing well beyond his years. He's been elite, and there he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. His drive will open from the 15. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to back and leaves it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Gives it on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Takes it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. This trophy has been around forever, the oldest in the FBS, and for much of that time it has been controlled by Michigan. And once again, it is the Wolverines taking the Little Brown Jug away from Minnesota. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.